Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Baltimore. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Kate, he just continued showing he can run anywhere and anytime he wants, including to nearly a third MVP award. I love the 4,000-yard passing season, and sure, 45 total touchdowns now it's just getting back to that elusive Super Bowl for the Ravens.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
From the gun, Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 3rd down. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Jackson now on 3rd. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3 now, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
Oh, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that'll question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Warren once more. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy of that first down at the 30.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Rodgers. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Throw is caught, and he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Design quarterback run here. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 2.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Bronk. This is 1st and goal. Rodgers from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Warren headed right. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
Steelers, nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They strike for 23 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On 1st down, Warren. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And that's good for a gain of 5. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, he's just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Rodgers set to pass. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start this series with an option left. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Still working past the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hopkins on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lamar throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Running for it. Here's Henry. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Setting up the screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Rodgers to throw. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's got his man. This is Austin. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down. It's a gain
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here's Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ridiculous! Take him out! Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, This guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
A give left side to Warren. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To throw, Rodgers. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
It's a gain of 20.
And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
From the red zone on first. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. All right, Steelers to the line now, first and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers will look to throw. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Jukes away from one. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Warren running between the tackles. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Steelers first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Throw right side, cut by Wilson. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it fourth and short.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So first and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Short pass brought in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Steelers offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. They've got first down here from the 36. Play action here with Rodgers. This finds Austin, complete. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Rodgers from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
New set of downs for him from the 31. From the gun, a run for Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
From the gun, Jackson. He dodged the tackle. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throw here, 3rd down. Has his man. It's caught by Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 14, Steelers 10.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll run here with Gainwell. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you're going to do more interceptions.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Drops a defender. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Out of the gun and give to Hill. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now. They need 7. Zone read. They'll hand off to Henry. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's Henry on the counter. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Luke knocks it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Counterplay here, Warren. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this third down play. Now here's Rodgers. Austin's there to haul it in. They got the football caught, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Slot man in motion left. This one left for Lamar. They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, here's Lamar. Complete to Henry on the check down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Andrews has it, working the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First and 10.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
All set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Loop knocks it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. Escapes a defender. This makes it up to the 25. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. First down throw here by Rodgers. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. To throw, Rodgers. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's trying to go deep again. Ooh, the defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Their punter making his way out now. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Here's Henry on the option. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another run for Henry. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Slot man's in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That goes for 32 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
From the pistol, Henry. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Steelers have it, headed the other way. The 30. Gets the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. One of the tight ends motions right. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Henry running left. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A gain of 9 yards.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
27. Steelers 10.
all set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
On 1st down, Warren. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd down, looking for options. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and hauling a heck of a souvenir.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Sends this to the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And he's going to try another deep one here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, This guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
QB keeps the second down option, and he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
First down from the 42. Flying down the middle with Henry. Keeps himself upright. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Handoff headed right to Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
Ravens 34, Steelers 13. Tyler Luke to kick
All
off
set up.
for
Here's
Baltimore.
Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. First down. Here's Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Rodgers from the gun. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the third. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers get it back to a 14-point game.
Steelers 20.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action. Here's Jackson. He's going to keep it this time. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens making a 3-possession game. Zay Flowers the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
41. Steelers 20.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away.
For Baltimore.
On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Warren once more. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
39-yard gain on the play.
So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To the air on 1st down, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. To the air on third and long. Oh, we put some air under this one, right side. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Boswell able to knock it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, well, that could put this just too far out of reach. The drive begins with Henry. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Ravens have the football and, more importantly, partner, a solid lead. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Running once more with Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
This is Henry on 2nd. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. They sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Warren running between the tackles. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the 1st down play.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers will look to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Again, Rodgers. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Henry makes the tackle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on first. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
That's a case where defensively you've got to keep your eyes in the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, it gives them room for a gain just like that.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on second down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Give right up the gut to Hill. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Changing it up here, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Jackson now on 3rd. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
So many offenses will script, Kate, the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They run. Here's Henry. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
At the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap, and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
It's Henry on the counter. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He gets it again. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens grow the lead now to 22 points.
Ravens 48, Steelers 26.
All set up, here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
17 yards. And a Steeler first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens about set to celebrate this win. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Reed, they'll hand off to Henry. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of
They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They'll motion a tight end left. Jackson keeping it himself. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost them about a yard. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Looking to his fullback now. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
3rd and just 2 to go. So in front of the flock of fans,